If you see the white man, problem is come.
We can hide. We'll lay down. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
No, it's not. Guinea is Africa. The problem is Africa. If you see the white man, it's finished.
We have certainly been worried about the van and how we're going to get out of this mess. But we were exhausted, physically tired, mentally tired, and emotionally spent. So the first thing we did was took an entire day off. We were so happy just to make it to the comfort of the hotel where we had air conditioning. We could get the cats out for a much deserved walk out in the yard. We feasted from the buffet, which was nice because we were exhausted, so we just walked up there and grabbed some food. And the place was really, really nice and comfortable for us. And we just took an entire day off. Now, we have a long list of stuff to do while we're in Conakry. So after our rest, we decided to hire a driver to help us weed through this maze that is Conakry to get stuff done. And first on our list is to head over to the Seta Auto to see if we can get our fan fixed. Now, this is not the first city that we hired a driver in, and it proves to be very helpful for us. So the driver not only knows his way around the local area, which is extremely important because we obviously do not, and you guys saw the traffic and the melee coming in, and so our driver Charles can help us navigate through that. In addition, he speaks the multiple local languages spoken here in Conakry, as well as a little bit of English, so he can kind of help not only act as our navigator, our driver, but also to some degree our translator. And he can also make recommendations on where we can get things like cat food and cat litter and that type of stuff. So our first stop is Seta Auto, and I'm just going to cut to the chase here. We didn't take our van there because we wanted to make sure they could fix it, and if they couldn't, that we could drive around the city maybe with some of Charles' recommendations and find a mechanic that could. We went to Seta Auto, and at Seta Auto we went and basically just said, look, we've got a bad turbo, can you get a new turbo? And they responded by saying, yes, we 100% can get you a turbo for this van. We service a lot of vehicles for the bauxite industry. You guys may have heard me talking about that on the drive-in, but that's a raw material used to make aluminum and is a huge, huge export here. One of the most important resources in this country for their economy. And they work on a lot of the vehicles for that type of industry. So they say they can fix it and they can get it, but it's going to take them a day or two to find where they can get the booster, the correct booster, and they're going to get back with me on prices and timeline and all that type of stuff. Next up, and fortunately not far down the road, is the airport, and we're going to the airport to get our sort of permanent visa sticker or stamp for Guinea.
All right, guys, we are at the Guinea airport where we will get our Guinea visa stamped, and this is going to be pretty much a first for us here in the continent of Africa. We have run into Americans. California, is that right?
Yep.
And North Carolina. Now these two are a bit crazier than we are.
No, they're a lot crazier.
It's true, because they're doing it on bicycles. What's your name?
Maya.
Maya?
And I'm Blake.
And Blake. So,
And they started it in Italy.
yeah, they're nuts. But they're like us. He's got some gear problems going on his bicycle, so we're talking through all the logistics because they understand. So we're waiting on a customs officer to come give us our stamp because there's no planes coming in right now, so they're on break. But how cool, fellow American travelers. Not tourists. Y'all know we believe there's a big difference.
It's true.
It's true. It was a lady.
And then it was like, forget about it. You can negotiate with the man. But
Hey!
Women, big problem.
You're right, so I'm not even going to get mad.
There was no negotiating with that. No negotiations.
Me, I'm ready. A long time you see me.
Wow, that was interesting.
That was interesting. I wish I had the camera, but I didn't.
Do the police have guns here?
Police?
No.
No.
Some,
Military.
Some have guns? No, only military?
Only military. The police is no have guns.
Except that guy's got a
Yeah,
gun.
this is sent to FBI or
Okay, yeah.
Special police.
yeah,
SWAT.
SWAT. This is for the country.
Yeah, those guys just want to get out of here. They're done.
Yeah.
We met people in there from the United States.
Two other
Down here
Americans.
on bicycles. Can you imagine on a bicycle from Morocco?
Italy. Yeah. As we're driving around the city with Charles, running some errands, he pointed out that the USA Embassy is right over here on the left.
It's big city.
Abidjan is bigger?
Yeah. Well, Conakry is 4 million population.
4 million?
People. You see?
There it is. There's our embassy.
United States of
Embassy of the
America.
United States, right there. But that's not where we're going. We have to
Can't-
get
they
some
can't
photographs.
They can't help us.
No, they can't help us here. We need to go get some pictures taken for visas, and we are headed to the Liberia embassy to get a visa to go into Liberia.
Farana Wali. Tubabu. Tubabu le. D'accord. Andenya na parce que do barankili soma. Ako konna numéro di dama. Ufana wato farana le mais lendi long. No. Volta para pin de tre. Ni wol kumada mais amma se nyonya ina. No, amankili. D'accord, y a pas de problème. D'accord. You speak Mandinga?
No Mandinga, no
Speak
Mandinga.
Mandinga too?
Me, I'm speak Mandinga. I speak Fulani.
Fulani?
Yeah, and speak Wolof in Senegal.
Is Mandinga and Wolof is similar?
No, it's not the
Tribal
same.
languages, but are they close or no?
No.
So how many languages do you speak? You speak some English,
Me,
French,
English, French,
Mandinga.
Fulani, Wolof.
Wow.
I speak Portuguese.
Wow.
You speak Mon dia.
Bon dia.
Charles, that's very impressive.
Wow.
That's really awesome. You're the
That
big
was very
man.
Big brain.
Yeah. Wow.
You have a big brain.
Yeah. you know, Pisco.
Yes.
Pisco in US.
Yes.
Yeah, the says is here.
Okay.
What is it, Kurt?
The Peace Corps.
Oh, the Peace Corps.
U.S. Peace Corps.
Here it is, the Peace Corps.
The good news is we were able to get our Liberian visa. It was quick and efficient, and I think it was like $160 each. They were very nice. We went in, we had all the paperwork ready, prepared, organized. If you guys have been around for a while, you know Snow, she set us up for success. It paid off. We were there for probably less than, well, maybe like an hour, hour and a half tops. And so we have our Liberian visa, big success, and we weren't able to film it. Obviously, it's an embassy. And, well, we just headed back to the hotel after that, and we're glad to have a semi-short day. Next is we have to get our Guinea visa stamped. So we have to go to the Ministry of Security, and we also need to find out about the van, and we also need to get our Ivory Coast visa.
Smile.
Yeah, celebrity driver.
Corruption is all day, every day.
Oh, every day.
All day, every day. Yeah. They can't make it easy.
They're having fun.
Here is Los Angeles, Guinea.
We are checking boxes and getting it done. Now, again, at the Ivory Coast Embassy, we weren't able to film, but we were able to drop off all of our paperwork, and is their process. We won't get it back until later today, or more likely on Monday. And so we're going to run some other errands, pick up some money, and head back to the hotel and call it another short day, because we don't have our passports, so we can't get anything else done with visas or the Guinea stamp until we get our passports back.
Oh, no more.
Home.
Unfortunately, we didn't hear any news from Seta Auto about the parts on Friday, which meant we had to roll through